part of the local community who have been opposing Bristol Airport expansion for the past 4 years, and sad to say that our legal actions to stop the airport expanding from 10 million passengers to 12 million passengers has come to an end. But that doesn't stop us from declaring that, Bristol Airport, we're watching you, because we want to make sure that you abide by the conditions and the targets that have been set by the public inquiry who have approved this ludicrous expansion. So we're not going away. We are here to make sure that you keep by the rules. Well, there's rules, for example, limiting night flights. Obviously to stop the kind of like disruption of people's sleep. So that's night flights over the summer. Now, we're here, it's been heightened by the fact that Leeds Bradford Airport, their local campaign groups found out that they were increasing their night flights by 25% last summer. It's something like 750 flights. And we just want to make it plain that, you can't try that on here because we're watching you. The expansion has been allowed at Bristol Airport. The planning inquiry and the High Court said basically that the additional carbon emissions are inconsequential. And we say that's not true because, as you say, we're facing a climate emergency at a time when we've been told categorically by the various authorities and the United Nations that we should be reducing our emissions. Yet we've got Somerset's largest carbon emitter increasing theirs over the next couple of decades until they find solutions to reduce those carbons. We know that that's not going to happen for a good couple of decades to come.
Bristol Airport expanding is an extra 1 million tonnes of carbon a year. To put that in context, the whole of Bristol's road transport is 500,000 tonnes. So basically the expansion of Bristol Airport blows everything else we're doing to try and save carbon out of the water. It's a mega project, it's a carbon monster, because this government are not serious about net zero, they're not serious about carbon. Just to give you an example, Bristol Airport claims to be carbon neutral by 2030, that's what they're saying, but that doesn't include the planes. They didn't mention that. They're carbon neutral. 95% of the carbon emissions come from the planes, and yet they're not even trying to address that issue at all. They don't care. We're mad to think they do care. They do not care. They're only interested in profit and business as usual.
Certainly we are looking to change government policy on airport expansions, and what we're looking for is a moratorium UK-wide so that airport expansion is halted until they can prove that they can decarbonise the industry. So that's the first thing, but we're looking for people perhaps to think twice about flying, perhaps the number of times that they fly. We're not saying don't fly at all, though some people would say that would be preferable. But at the end of the day, it is the most destructive and harmful way to the environment of travelling. And we know there are alternatives. Unfortunately, the governments are not subsidising things like rail travel to make that perhaps a viable alternative for a lot of families.
I'd like either this government or more likely the next government to stop all airport expansion, to completely stop it. I'm not trying to close Bristol Airport, I'm not trying to close other airports, I'm not trying to stop people taking their once-a-year holiday. I am trying to stop the frequent flyers and the private jets, and I would like there to be a moratorium, a complete stop to all airport expansion. They can write to their MPs, they can join our new national campaign, which is called No Airport Expansion. They can email info@noairportexpansion.org and they can join the campaign that way. I'm delighted all these people have come a long way to be here today, and it's a fantastic way to show the airport that we haven't given up.
Bristol Airport!
We're watching you!